And we are back. It is the second quarter now from Minnesota. It is 28-21 Minnesota. This is Game 5 of the WNBA Finals 2017. A rematch of the 2016 WNBA Finals between the Los Angeles Sparks and the Minnesota Lynx. There you go, Rebecca. Come on, Maya, get it. Oh, that was an air ball. So, what's interesting is Minnesota, the Lynx usually play at the Target Center, but in the playoffs this year, they've been playing at the Minnesota Golden Gophers Stadium Arena, which is Williams Arena, but the nickname for it is the Barn. And what's also interesting is that in the WNBA series, the championship series, the WNBA Finals, is 5 games, unlike the NBA Finals, which is 7 games. On one hand, I kind of wish the WNBA Finals were 7 games, but on the other hand, I also like that it's 5 games. So, I'm not sure. And another difference between the WNBA and NBA is that the WNBA is quarter lengths are 10 minutes instead of 12 like the NBA. And the shot clock is the same length. Both are 24. Minnesota, Lindsay Whalen's gotta be a better point guard general. She's not much of a scoring point guard, but I think for Minnesota, that's okay. That's not what they need from her. You got 5 seconds. You gotta shoot. Oh. I hope I'm not jinxing Minnesota by doing this live stream. But I'm trying to be as fair as I can to Los Angeles as well. Candace Parker is one of my favorite players in the WNBA. Although I like Maya Moore a little bit more. Ha, that was funny. But anyway, the Candace Parker, she went to the University of Tennessee, and last year was difficult for her because she was trying to focus on the WNBA Finals, and while she was doing that, her coach at the University of Tennessee, Pat Summitt, passed away. So she was trying to focus on both basketball and dealing with the loss of a person she called a family member. Which I understand. If there's somebody outside your actual family that you connect with that much, go ahead and call that person a family member. I have nothing wrong with that. But let's get back to the game. So, as I was saying before, Odyssey Sims likes to go to her left. So, Minnesota has to try as much as they can to force her to go to her right. Elena Beard has been doing a fantastic job defending Maya Moore this series. I'm not ready to call Elena Beard a Kawhi Leonard type defender, because that might be a little much for her right now. I don't know. I don't think she's quite there yet. What do you guys think? Do you think we should start putting Elena Beard up as one? Should Elena Beard be considered the best defender in the WNBA? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Should Elena Beard, again, here's the question. Should Elena Beard be considered the best defender in the WNBA? Last year, Nneka Agbumike won the MVP for the Sparks, and the Sparks won the finals. This year, Sylvia Fowles won the MVP, and she plays for the Lynx. Again, this may be me being superstitious, but to me, that maybe that means that that the Lynx are going to win the finals. But, again, that's just me being superstitious. Nothing's for sure. Like, the other superstition that I have that says Los Angeles has won games 1 and 3 of this series, while Minnesota has won just games 2 and 4. So does that mean that Los Angeles is going to win Game 5 since it's an odd number game? Not necessarily. But, again, it's just a superstition. So we're back from timeout, and the score right now is Minnesota 28, Los Angeles 24. That's what you gotta do. You gotta establish yourself in the post. Reestablish. Oh, you gotta make that. I believe that was Maya Moore. It seems like the guard play has been the most important part of this series for both teams. Odyssey Sims, Elena Beard, Lindsay Whalen, Renee Montgomery, Candace Parker can do this. She's a forward, but just like in the NBA, there are point forwards. And I consider Candace Parker to be a point forward. Meaning she can bring the ball up and be a scoring forward. Not at the level of LeBron James, but she doesn't have to be. Minnesota is, to me right now, is settling for shots and forcing them. They've got to get back to what was working, which is driving to the lane, forcing Los Angeles to switch to the weak side so they can get the easy shot in the middle. That's what I think they have to do. Nneka Bumake already has 7 points. Candace Parker has 7. Maya Moore has 10. Sylvia Fowles, this year's MVP, has 2. So, Los Angeles is getting a little bit more balanced of scoring right now, which Minnesota, I think, needs to try and get back to. Brunson already has 8 points, and Maya Moore has 10, but Sylvia Fowles has 2. Minnesota needs more balanced scoring. That's what they really need. That's good. Good job by Lindsay Whalen. That's what I really like about Lindsay Whalen. She brings this emotion to the game that I absolutely love. She knows that she doesn't have to score like 20 points a game to be effective for the Lynx. And the Lynx don't ask her to score 20 points a game. They want her to be more of a floor general. And that's what she's done. It's the other 4 players around her in the starting lineup that really carry the scoring load. Candace Parker, she is so good being at the height she is. I think she's 6'7". But Candace Parker is just so good at rolling to the rim and getting her shot. She doesn't force anything. She's a very patient player. Come on, Whalen. Oh, good try. Rebound. There you go. 3 ball. Bang! Simone Augustus. Hey, that's 30. There we go. 33-26. And I understand that the NHL season is back with Pittsburgh and St. Louis and the NL wild card is on, but I wanted to give the WNBA a spotlight because they deserve it. Good hustle, Maya Moore. And look at that crowd. They love their Minnesota Lynx. They love the Lynx in Minnesota. And right now I'm watching this from Cleveland. Did you know that? Fun fact. Did you know that Cleveland used to have a WNBA team called the Cleveland Rockers? Detroit used to have a WNBA team too, called the Detroit Shock. But then they moved to Tulsa and became the Tulsa Shock. And then the Tulsa Shock moved to Dallas and became the team now known as the Dallas Wings. In addition to the Dallas Wings, the Los Angeles Sparks, and the Minnesota Lynx, you also have the Connecticut Sun, the Atlanta Dream, the Indiana Fever, the Seattle Storm, and San Antonio Stars, Connecticut Sun. I'm trying to remember who else. I'll think of the other teams before I start the next part of my live stream.